welcome back to the Minnesota Is Rust YouTube channel. We're in the shop and the 1987 full ton camper special is crank, no start. We just put a new cap and rotor in it. We just put it in as in like 20 minutes ago because we were having this issue the past 2 mornings or so, and it would crank and it would fire every once in a while and it would be okay, and then it just didn't do anything. So we put a new cap, which you might be able to see a hint of blue in there. I'll show you in a sec. And then yeah, so it was a struggle getting in here with all the ice everywhere. There's Grandpa. And this thing really fills up the shop pretty fast. So with enough room to at least get around behind it a little bit. And then
you just have to push through the tractor.
And then that. So it was a struggle getting in because we had to paint it with we had to push it in with a tractor. And you might be able to tell what we did. Oh, actual door handle now in the shop. We don't have to use our little flippy flappers anymore. Actual door handle. See that we're outside? There's the push pig. It's not really a tow pig. So this is a hitch for if you had a camper sitting on, like an actual camper sitting on the back. You have a hitch long enough to reach out behind it. So had that in the back of the truck. You're pushing it with sticking it in the bucket so that it doesn't hit the rear of it. So we're spinning on the ice. That's where it was parked. We had to back it up and go from there. And we're just spinning in the ice the whole time. You can see. And we're just stealing sand from up there. Get it in here. So all of this is just ice underneath snow that we got this morning. Grandpa went out to start it. Crank. It would a few pops and bangs every once in a while. No start. That was about it. So jamming it in, bent our back plate just a little bit. We had to tow it back first, so that's why there's a chain. So the good old M put in the work. So now that we put our new cap and rotor in there, we're gonna do a few other things and see if we can get it to start. Okay. Real clean. So now, as you see, you'll see 2 distributor caps. That's a way of doing it so you can just put each one on each side and you already know where all the wires are. So we have the ignition module and the coil off, as you see. There's a coil on the bracket. And then we have the actual module itself. That looks like that's been replaced for sure. The coil we don't know. And you can obviously tell that's new rotor. So we'll update you when we get that off. From the portrait. As you see, we're back. I'm look a little bit different because I had to go do some stuff. As you see, we have our new ignition module right up there. Our new coil is in and such. It's all plugged in good. We only broke the connector slightly, but it's okay because it still plugs in really nice and everything. So those go bad kind of often, the ignition modules. And then the screws and stuff are very small and droppable and breakable. So now we'll clean up the top of our distributor a tiny bit, and then we'll put our rotor on and such. You see from our plow install, there's the computer for the plow, and we have a plastic cover so water doesn't get on it because we didn't want to mess with any of that. See all the extra wires for the different options. It just comes out in 2 connectors and there you go. Just lay right on top. Grandpa wants to get going. It's already 6:48.
So here is our old cap. Not that old. You can see we got some corrosion there. And if you can see the kind of burnt marks and spark marks, where you get spark jumping from one to another with a cracked cap. So button's kind of rusty in the middle too. So new cap installed now.
Get the hose on over there.
No, I didn't. Dad, can you put that on? Right up here. Can you like get up on the thing? Push that in.
Help me. Rev it up, rev it up.
Going on.
Doesn't like it. So now we're going to try with 8 spark plugs connected instead of Seven.
Eight spark plug wires
Oh,
up.
snug on this side.
they appear to be sunk on this side. (1980s) emission stuff, almost as bad as 1970s emission stuff. You got a nice bench right here.
And stuck on the feet.
So, how many cylinders does a big block Chevy need to run on and actually run?
At least 4.
4. So, we had a few spark plugs off.
I'm explaining it once and only once.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the cap sits just like this. So imagine you got your fan right here. It sits just like that.
Yep.
Right here, you have your wire that shoots straight forward. Your bolt on the front and back.
Got it.
So it is 1, 8, 4. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, it
Those numbers, yep.
It goes around. I had because we had 2 caps because we moved 1 cap over there, 1 cap over here, so we could do it. I read 1 cap like this and 1 cap like that.
So we had 4 spark plug wires in the wrong place, and it ran.
It actually ran pretty good.
454 power!
Yeah.
Okay, now take it for a test drive as the blizzard is incoming.
So we're back. We have that. What we're doing is Grandpa put new plugs in this morning because we are still having MISFIRE. So we're putting on new wires. As you see, we got the new set there. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We have a new coil wire, new plugs that we got, and then just 184365572. Small, no, little, big, big, little, big, little, big, little. So 184365572. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're gonna do that. Yep. In a sec.
Okay, take it away.
So, as you see, as I told you a few moments ago, there is new plugs all in here. We just put the wires on. We have them. They're all marked. The cap is marked where one should be.
Yep.
And we have, it's 1, as you see on our very fancy cardboard cutout, 184365572. Last night I just sat there and just repeated it myself.
Memorized it.
So they're all zip tied out of the way and everything. So we should just be able to put this on and then plug all the 3 hoses and 1 wire connector in, then never touch it again.
So, why are we excited to get this done?
Because the blizzard of the century.
So today is February, what is it, 21st? And we got a little bit of snow, and a lot of schools in the area are already closed for 2 days because of what's coming next. So, here we go.
So, as a quick recap of what we've done, it's been a little bit jumble of a video, as you might think. So, we started with a crank no start. It would fire every once in a while. So we took the cap off. As you can see, it was jumping. You can see the carbon traces and stuff in there, and it's all corroded and stuff. So we started with that, and then a new rotor too. So that's the old rotor. As you can see, it's kind of worn out and stuff. So these are, you can tell, aren't the factory ones. So we put those in, didn't fix it. We eventually got it in after some trouble, and we took the ignition module. This is a replaced one, and then the factory coil off, and Grandpa got new ones of those, and we put those on. Didn't fix it, so that was all.
Started.
Well, it would start. We fixed the start issue, but it would misfire. It was a random misfire and stuff. So we did plugs. So Grandpa bought plugs, and they had those in stock, but he had to order wires, and they came in later in the day. So you can see our 8 got a little bit smudged on top. So we just remembered 8 was a blob, and all the other ones are labeled up there.
Always number your plug wires, people.
So 1-843-6572.
Bless you.
Yeah. So they're also tied up out of the way. Air cleaner and stuff's back on for like the 5 millionth time. Everything that we found that's greasable in the front end and drive shafts and stuff is all greased. So that's good. So now we're gonna pull out stuff running on all 8 cylinders instead of like 4
and a half.
or like 6, but like 8. Like all the ones that are like 8 to fire on.
Yep. So we'll just in time to get ready for the storm to come, and that'll give Mr. Retired Sir something to do when the snow's blowing. And I mean Kendrick. I mean this guy.
I'm not retired.
Who's
yet.
retired? But.
Yeah. Can you really retire if you never had a real job?
Hey, professional YouTuber.
Oh yeah, real professional.
Yep. So thank you much, and always remember, Minnesota is rust. We gotta move our door first. There we go. That's easy. Okay, this is what a 454 should sound like. Okay. We got the NASCAR side exhaust going on. So by the way, if you can afford a heavy duty plow,
Buy a heavy plow.
get the contractor, that's really something. Then again, it sure weighs a lot.
It's an 8.5-foot Pro Plus wide quad.
So it's got
with the Ultra mount too.
So it's got double the braces, double the springs. It's about 960 pounds with the Unimount on there. Ultra mount 2. Okay, let's shut our door.